Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I've got another Into Resin mold out today. This is a lipstick holder container, I guess you would call it. So you would put a lipstick in each one. And it's of course sparkly. Then I pulled these two out. I want to try them again. These are my two newest molds. These are the two that I poured the past couple days. So this one came out of this one and this one came out of this one, and I messed kind of both of them, not really messed them up, but they came out different than what I expected. I'm gonna try them again in different colors and see what we get. But before that, I gotta say thank you. I don't know your name. I think it's Gia, but I'm not sure. But your username is SoWhat7472, and she mailed me a whole box of nitrile gloves, rip-resistant industrial gloves. So I pulled them out. Thank you. I love practical gifts because I always use these multiple pairs per day. So they do almost fit. These are one size fits most. So I definitely can use them. They're not too big that they're uncomfortable. They're just not too snug. So it's perfect. It is perfect. Thank you so much. I do appreciate every person that sends me happy mail. It is so amazing that you guys think of me in your daily life. So today I'm going to do this one in two colors, but hopefully make three. So I've picked out my pink and a blue. I'm going to pour them and hopefully swirl them to make pink, blue, and purple, if it works. And then for these, I'm going to do the same thing I kind of did on this one without the UV resin portion. I'm going to pour it all in once and see if it works. So I've got the two interference colors out. This comes from a package of 6. I pulled out the interference blue and interference pink, and then an alcohol ink to go with each one. So I think I'm going to pour in the alcohol ink into the crevices, pour the interference on the back. I'm going to do these in Fast Cure. And I'm going to do this one in regular epoxy, so I will mix them separately. So let me grab some resin, and if you hear my air purifier going on, I got a few comments on a video the other day that it was distracting. But I do want to say, I think I'm going to leave it on auto. I'm sorry if it's distracting in the background, but for my best interest, I think I'm going to just leave it on auto so it will pop on when the VOCs get too high in my room, because I don't want to wear a mask. I don't want to do voiceovers for you guys. I want to be like real and in real time and give you play-by-play, and I can't do that with a mask on. So I'm sorry if you don't like the noise in the background. It will go on when I'm mixing my resin. So I'm sorry ahead of time, but let's get some resin mixed either way. This is the epoxy resin. I split it between 2 and 2, and I chose the epoxy because it will kind of blend together longer than the 4-hour Fast Cure. So I'm just going to color it pink, not a lot, because I like the crystal effect on the mold. So I do want to see that more than I want to see the colors. And then I'll color it blue and run them through the vacuum chamber. And I know she wanted me to use these gloves for UV resin because they're black and it doesn't let the light penetrate, but I wanted to try them out today with my epoxy, so that's why I'm wearing them. But don't worry, I will save them for UV because I do understand that the light does penetrate your skin as well, but I don't normally put my fingers underneath the light other than pulling them in and out. Plus, I live in Florida. I'm in the sunlight every day, so I try not to be because I really don't like to be in there, but here is the pink. Let's look at it on a paper towel, but it's gonna kind of be a little deep, so it probably will be that color. Yeah, that's a good color. I'm hoping that the pink and the blue will make a purple. Let me just put a few drops. I definitely want a blue. And if not, pink and blue will be just fine. Hopefully they will merge though. Okay, Let's get this in the vacuum chamber, and then we'll get this one poured. This one is ready, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna pour it, so I'm just gonna kind of wing it here. Let me move my stick here. I think I'm gonna go side to side and let them merge in the middle. I don't know. Kind of half and half. And then the pink. I don't even know how much this holds. I just mixed up 4 ounces, and yeah, I don't know why I just assumed 4 ounces. I was just pouring as if it's going to take all of it. So let me get a little something that's not sharp. Where's my pink thing? Here we go. Kind of squish it down before I keep going. Otherwise, it'll probably just come out. Gosh, I hope I get purple in here. That was the whole plan. So let me keep going. And here. Then I'm just going to mix up the 4-hour fast cure separately. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to end up with just blue and pink. Another day where my plan doesn't work. Did I guess right with 4 ounces? Wow, wouldn't that be amazing? I'm just gonna pour the rest until it domes right there. Wow, that was a pretty good guess. So I think I'm going to just do it myself, which it doesn't look like it's turning into purple. Any other day, it would do that for me, but not today. Of course not. Let's see here. Well, oh, it's kind of turning a little bit. I don't know. We'll see, I guess, after time. Let me just spritz the top to pop those bubbles. I see one right there. I'm just going to poke it out. There's really no ledge around this one to go under because there's no lid. Let me find something for this. I love this butterfly. Let's pour this butterfly. And let's do, I'm gonna try to move this out of my way. Carefully. Let's try to do half blue and half pink. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm certainly gonna try. This one doesn't take very much. Just got to get down into that. The wing goes down pretty deep in this one. This is a water ripple mold, and it has come out absolutely gorgeous every time I have made it so far, no matter what I put in there. Look at that, I had enough for half. Now let's do the pink half. I'm gonna flip it around since I'm right-handed. And then we'll let them meet in the middle. Maybe I should tint one purple for sure and put the purple in the middle. I don't know. Oops, I forgot to. And that's the noise in the background that you hear as it's turning itself on. The longer that this resin is in the room. It picks up alcohol way faster than it picks up the resin VOCs. That's why the delay, but if I was spraying alcohol, actually I just sprayed the alcohol, so that's probably what triggered it. But that's the noise that people are talking about in the background. So let's see, should I tint a little bit purple? put a little bit more in this one. And a little bit more in this one. You know what? I'm just going to let them combine. That's blue. Fill it up. And then we'll just mix it together for the body. I have a little bit of pink left, so let's get we'll do this one, and I'm going to add some, let's do the interference pink in here because I don't want it to be transparent. Otherwise you will see right through it and you'll see the bail that I'm going to glue on the back. So let's just tint it a little bit. Hopefully it won't be see-through. Nope, that'll be pretty. I love them with rhinestones on the front, so I have been putting a few rhinestones on the front of these pendants. And then I will mix up probably 6 ounces. I don't remember what those hold, so I'll do 6 ounces and split it. And I'll stick the rest of this in my extras mold over there, that conch shell I've been filling up for months to give away. All right, be right back. This is 6 ounces of the fast cure resin because I want it thick so they don't really smush together a lot. So I have split it, like these two are for that one and these two are for that one. So I'm just going to drop some inks in and some powders in. And I do want to run it through, I do want it kind of dark though. Run it through the vacuum chamber, of course, to try to keep bubbles out of those crystals. This is the Sapphire Blue by Let's Resin. And yeah, I'm just doing some fun colors. I mean, they don't have to be realistic all the time. But I did want to test it to be realistic, and they sure do look pretty darn realistic over there from the other day. So there's the Sapphire Blue. And then in here I will do the Interference Blue. And hopefully they will combine pretty cool. I don't think we need too much. See how the blue shines? That's what interference is. It's basically a white mica with a hint of whatever color is on the bottle. A lot of new people don't know what, I don't know why they named it interference. Maybe because the blue is interfering into the white. I'm not sure where they come up with the names, but that's all it is. It's just a hint of the color in white mica powder. Shimmery white mica powder. But white mica powder nonetheless. All right, there's the two blues. Let's do the pinks. This is not the same pink that I'm using for the other mold. I didn't want hot pink for this one, so I picked out peach red is the real color. Everything I use is linked below. If you're new to the channel, that's where you can find everything I'm using. If you can't find what I'm using, let me know in the comments. It either didn't fit or I couldn't find it. Most of the time it doesn't fit because I do like to have a lot of the same things in there in case you're looking for specifics that I use every single day. The important stuff like the mixers and the vacuum chambers and the air purifiers and all those things go in all my videos. So I want you to always find them. So if the little stuff, little embellishments or things like that don't fit, then I just wait until somebody really wants them. I don't really worry about the tiny little stuff, but I will get you the links if I have them. A lot of my little stuff was given to me, but I have found links for most of it these days. So just ask. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Here is the pink. That should be good. Let's do the pink interference. I don't know if I've ever used the pink interference. So today is the day. That should be enough. I hope. See how the pink shimmers through there? That should look good. Poured in the back of, I'm just hoping that alcohol ink stays into the crystal crevices and doesn't just combine with this. That I don't know the answer to, which is why I'm doing this, to see if we could do this in one pour, or if we have to do the UV resin like I did the last time. Now there is clear in there because I let my thing drain into it. So I'm just gonna pop these in the vacuum chamber and then we'll get them poured. Look at how gorgeous that blue color is. Isn't it pretty? This one might have a little bit of an effect because there is clear in there. So we're gonna just, and I know I mixed up too much, but hopefully I have enough. I didn't really know how to split it. I'm just gonna pour this one on top. And hopefully have enough of the right color. Oh, it's gonna be so close. I should have done less of the alcohol ink and more of the mica powder. Let me just scrape my cup into here. I'm excited to see the outcome of these. I'm not claiming it's gonna work. I'm just trying. We'll call it an experimental day. Get all that glue out. It's not domed, but it doesn't need to be. In fact, on a homemade mold, you really don't want to because it's a jagged edge from cutting the silicone. I'm just gonna dump some of this. Yeah, I should have done more interference and less alcohol ink. I have a feeling they're just gonna mix together. I hope not. I really hope not. And yeah, honestly, they're rocks basically molded from amethyst. So even if you don't fill it up, it doesn't matter. It's a rock. So it'll be good, whatever it is, it'll be fine. Let's just hope they don't meld together. I'm just gonna spray the tops. All right, I've got a little, I wonder if I have enough to fill. I pulled out the Let's Resin conch shell tray, thinking I might have enough to fill it. We could try. I really would hate to have to mix some more up. Well, let's do the same thing we did in there and just meet in the middle. How's that? Try to get a little bit better of a purple. Let's just start on the end and start pouring. And when they meet, then they meet. If they meet, if I have enough. I think this thing holds, oh man, it's gonna need more. I think it holds 1.5 ounces. Or is it 2.5? I don't know. I don't remember. Let me grab a stick. Oh, I think it's gonna be 1.5 ounces. This might actually work, because it's closing ever so nicely. Yeah, that'll work. I'm just gonna poke around in there, and then we'll get the pink in. Doesn't need but the scrapings, and that'll be good. It was almost perfect, almost like I planned it. That looks good. I just want to combine those two colors. Let me scrape. It can use it. So we don't, okay, I can't use any more. That's it, no more. It's not gonna hold anything else. All right, so let's combine these and hope they make a purple. I don't know. Get some up there. We'll get some pink down here, which you probably won't see. And that is the thick resin, so it shouldn't combine much more other than making a little bit of purple for me. And spraying all these with alcohol to pop the bubbles. And that's it. I started out with 3, I end up with 6. You know, my normal daily life. Okay guys, see you on demold. It's that time to unmold everything. Of course, we're gonna start with the extras again. Here is the pink. I will put a couple rhinestones on there, a flat back bail. That is a well-used mold. This one I think will be a well-used mold as well. Let's get this one out. Half and half. And does it look purple? No, it doesn't really look purple in the center. Maybe I'll throw some stones down that one since it's pink. I wanted it half and half, but it didn't really work out that way. Not too bad though. All right, oh, this one is an extra too. We'll see what this looks like. We got a little purple going on in the back. Oh, that's not bad. Can you tell it's purple? Yeah, a little bit. Let's see. Oh yeah, definitely a little bit of purple in the middle. More pink, but I love the sparkle in this mold. I don't do really anything to this one. I've tried to go with paint pen. Doesn't look good. This just stands out all by itself. That's all it needs. A little bit of alcohol ink. All right, let's do these first. Which one do we do first? We'll do the pink one. See what happened. Oh, that's not too bad. So all my alcohol ink went that way. And my mica powders went that way, but it's awful sparkly. Not too bad. I don't know if maybe I'll go around this one with gold. I did the other one with brown for the rock color. Maybe I'll just jazz this one up a little bit with some sparklier color than brown. So I'm assuming this one did about the same thing. This one might look like, oh, is that pretty? That looks like a glacier. And remember I said there's going to be an effect from the clear? There's the effect. See those lines that make it look like an ice glacier? There's a tiny little bit of pink right there. I hope I can get that off. I don't know what that is. How did that get in there? Can I get it off? Yep. Oh, I really like that one. That looks so cool. And look at the sides. That looks like a glacier. Oh, I love that. I should have done both of them in blue, but that's okay. Now we know. We know what pink looks like. Okay, let's move on. I don't have a lot of finishing to do today. That's amazing. I might actually be able to leave my room a little bit earlier than normal. No, because I'm going to find something else to start. So I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, this one has those 9 blocks. So let's see how hard it is. It is fully cured and fully cooled. So it's not bending on me. It's not too bad to get out so far. There we go. Oh, is that pretty? Look at that sparkle. Wow. I think, so they do have stones in the centers of these that don't really stand out. I want them to stand out. The bottom barely needs trimmed. Let me move this out of the way. Let's see if I can do it with the deburring tool. Oh, it needs to be cured a little bit longer. I shouldn't have done that. But can we see? Yeah, look at the purple, the pink, and the blue. It did come through. So I think I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe I'll highlight the stone because I really wanted to put a stone in those places, but I would have to trim down the stone that's already there, which I might actually do because they don't stand out as much as I want them to. And if I put it on top, these are just regular rhinestones they used in the original mold. And so they're not, they have that tapered surface. So I can't just put a stone right on top. So I would have to trim that down. But I really like that. And it looks the perfect size for lipstick. But this can be used for anything. Like I was saying when I unboxed it, inclusions. I wish you could stack these because this would make it great for like tiny little pieces or charms or whatever that you use in your resin. I think that would be a great thing, especially for things like this, like these little bales. I could just fill a whole bunch of these with little findings for your jewelry or something, and you would have a pretty little container on your counter. Huh, okay, let me move that. This one is done. I'm going to trim this. Let me see if this can be trimmed yet. I don't know if it can be. That one's pretty good. I just don't want to scratch it with this, and it's not a level piece where I could lay it down. Maybe I'll wait to trim it. And this one, I want to get that dark blue piece off of there. I don't know what that is, but it was on the surface. So I got the pink off and I got that little blue off. I really don't think this needs anything. I love this. I do. This one, let's get some gold out. And we'll go around the edge. Except I like to trim them before I start doing that because it's sharp and I don't want to cut myself. And then for the pendant, I'm just going to add a couple of rhinestones in the bail, and then the butterfly, maybe I'll add a couple little stones down the body. So I don't have a whole lot of extras to finish today. So I probably will just do it with you, since I don't have like an hour and a half of work ahead of myself. So let me grab a couple things and get those done really quick, and we'll be done in no time. I'm going to start with the pendant, and I've got 3 sizes of rhinestone to go down there, down the front. So let me just wipe it with a paper towel, get it clean. A little bit of alcohol on there. Okay, I'm just going to use my glue. So I'm going to put the big one on the top, right in the center, medium one underneath, and then the little one underneath that one. Here's the medium, and then the baby. Whoops. And I just move it around with a knife or a scribe or something and make sure that they're all lined up perfectly straight. Like that. And then I take E6000 and I just glue the back on. This glue drives me nuts. It's always pouring out of the top. I'm just going to put a little bit on this little flat back bail. Now this one is the hardest one that I have to do because of the shape of it. You just have to get it center and try to get it laid down somewhere without moving it until it's dry. And I like to put it on silicone. That looks good. I'm just going to place it over to the side. Let me check it and make sure it didn't move. Okay, I put it on silicone because I don't want it to stick to my board when I pull it up when it's dry. Okay, then for this, I'm just going to trim off the bottom of this. This one's not like super duper cured fully hard, so it's a little bit harder to trim. Maybe I won't trim it right now. I'm just going to leave it for now. I'm going to put a couple of rhinestones on this edge and this edge. I've got 2 sitting here and here. And then I'm gonna get these little ones out of here. I don't remember what size that was. That was that size. And I'm going to put one in this corner, and this corner. And then I think I want to go up the body, but I need a bigger one. I think that size might fit at the bottom of the body. Yeah, that might be good. Maybe I'll go one bigger and kind of taper it all the way down the body. I haven't tried that yet. Let's try it and see what happens. Start with the biggest. And then a little bit smaller. Probably only 3 will fit. And then a little bit smaller, which is, I think, the next size right there in the tray. Let's see. I'm just gonna move them. That looks pretty. What do you think? Not too bad? Just let it dry. I'm gonna just set that aside. So we're done with that. I just need to get these in the right compartment. Now for, oh, I need that still. For this, I tried trimming one off because I want to replace them, and it came off pretty simply because it's not fully cured. So each one of these corners has their own kind of built-in rhinestone, and I want to just take it down. This is loose. These edges do not have one, but these do. So I'm just taking it down flat so I could replace it with my own rhinestone. Otherwise it won't sit, it won't like adhere good enough. These are a little more difficult in the center to cut off. So I'm gonna do my best to get it flat. Not easy. I wonder what I have that's a little smaller than this knife. That's okay, I got them. That's gonna be covered so it won't matter. I'm just trying not to mess up the stones are next to it. Okay, so let's pick a size. I need a spoon. We're gonna do this size. And see if I ruined if I ruined it or if I'm embellishing it. We'll see which one. I'm just gonna do all the way down the center. You don't need to put one at a time with the glue. The glue can wait a few minutes. Oh, that's gonna be pretty. What do you think? Makes it stand out. Oh, 2 more. I forgot about the glue over here. And over here. These corners, I hope hold the rhinestone that big. I might have to get a smaller rhinestone. You just shake these on the tray and then they'll flip some more over for you. And then I gotta figure out the corners. If one will even fit. Let me see if one will even fit on there. little bit too big. I'm gonna get a little one smaller size. That was these. We're gonna go down one size. And do the corners, and that's all I'm going to do to this one. One there, there. Come on. Why aren't you coming off? So I got glue on you. Let's try a new one. Wait. What's going on? Sometimes when you get glue on your stuff, they don't want to come off. This one doesn't want to come off at all. There we go. Here we go. I don't think I have enough glue to grab it. That one took. There we go. You need enough glue to make sure it grabs. What do you think? I think that made it gorgeous. Not that it needed any help, but I like to do little stuff. Doesn't even really need trim, not much, just a tiny bit, but I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. So for the rock, let me put these away. Let me grab the paint. I've got this metallic champagne gold. I don't know if it's the right color or not, but we're gonna try it. And all I did yesterday was kind of rub it on so it didn't look so painted. Oh yeah, I think the gold looks pretty. Gold or silver with pink would look good. But since gold is closer to the brown family, that's why I chose the gold. I'm not trying to fill it in, I'm just trying to, like, you could dry brush it too if you wanted to. Not too bad. I love that blue one though. Man, that blue one is really nice. I'm gonna have to try some other colors and see what we get. Go all the way up. I wonder how many people you can fool if you tell them it's a real geode. That purple one though I did. I'm telling you, that one, you could fool people with that one. There we go. And one more side. And I think that's it. I'm not used to being done so early. Pretty cool. When you're doing those characters, man, they take so long. They take forever. But they're fun to do. All right, well, what do you think? Gold? Not gold. You can always get it off if you don't like it. Take a little bit of acetone or alcohol. These are water-based paints. You could scrub it off if you wanted to. But I kind of like the gold. It doesn't look so fake. I mean, or does it make it look more fake than it did before? I don't know. I don't know. All right, well, I think that's it. Other than the pendant sitting over there, you already saw that. I'm gonna just get you guys some pictures and leave me a comment. Let me know how you liked the video. How did you like this little, what would you use it for other than lipstick? Because there's gotta be other uses than lipstick. There's something in there. I'll get you some pictures and I'm gonna find out. Oh, we have a couple more molds left from Into Resin. We'll get to those the upcoming days. And we also need to do my thermochromic powders that I got from Let's Resin. I'm gonna figure out what we could do on that. And I will see you tomorrow. I hope you all have a blessed day. Bye, everyone.